Hi, I'm Giselle Aguiar, AZ Social Media Wiz. I've been doing internet marketing since 1995. Yeah, really since before the internet was a household word. So today I'm going to be covering exactly how to use hashtags effectively in your social media marketing. I'm sure a lot of you use hashtags, but are you using them effectively? Okay, so a hashtag is the pound sign or the number sign in front of a word or a phrase that makes it clickable and searchable. They categorize content by topic. So if you click on a hashtag, all the posts with that hashtag come up. The idea is to use them consistently and have a strategy, especially for your major keywords and for events. For instance, in this post, I used the hashtag Whole Life 180. It was for my chiropractor, and we were promoting a weight loss program. And notice the other hashtags I used in this post, and this was on Twitter. Thursday Thoughts, which trends on Twitter every Thursday. And I'll talk about trends in a little bit. And then Get Healthy. Now, Get Healthy is a generic hashtag. Okay, so anybody that follows this hashtag will see this post. And notice, too, that I capitalized the first letter of each word. Now, hashtags are not case sensitive, but it's easier for the human to read this way. And you'll notice as you search for hashtags in the various networks, wherever you are, they're all in lowercase. And so you got to stare at it for a few minutes so you can actually see what the hashtag says because it's all lowercase. So that's why I like putting and capitalizing the first letter in each word. And then I did this, and then in this next post that I did, I used the Whole Life 180 hashtag. Now, this post was from an outside source. It was an article on antioxidants. So that was the major keyword that I had hashtagged on it. I also could have put it the Get Healthy or Healthy Aging. That was another one of the hashtags we used. But if somebody clicks on the Whole Life 180 hashtags, all the posts come up in chronological order, including the promotional one. And hashtags work on all the networks. And the whole idea is they can help you reach people who may not follow you. Thus, it helps with extra exposure. Anything you can do to boost your organic, non-paid visibility is crucial. So I remember when hashtags first started because I've been doing digital marketing for so long. So I'm like, let me put up a little trivia in here of the history of hashtags. So they were first used in 1988. Actually, this was before even I was on the internet with IRC chats. So these were internet relay chat. That was really the first thing how people started communicating. It was mostly all techie people out there. A lot of the military was using it and other entities. So the whole idea being this, you can group messages, images, content, and video into categories. The purpose was so users could search for hashtags and find content associated with them. Then in August of 2007, a blogger named by Stowe Boyd first used the term hashtags in a blog post. And that was the only thing that came up when you Googled hashtag. Right. In October of 2007, Nate Ritter, a resident of San Diego, California, started adding hashtag San Diego Fire to all of his social media posts. And so back then it was just basically Facebook and Twitter. He was trying to alert people worldwide about the wildfires in the area. Then Twitter officially adopted hashtags in July of 2009. So anything with the pound sign in front of it became hyperlinked, and later accentuated when Twitter introduced trending topics, placing the most popular hashtags on their homepage. Okay, for those that are just coming in, please stay muted until after the presentation, and then we'll open it up for questions. So Twitter didn't start it. It's been around since 1998, the hashtags. But Twitter really just gave hashtags the popularity, and Facebook then adopted it, I think. LinkedIn and YouTube were the last ones to really embrace hashtags and use them. And we'll look at how hashtags work on each of the networks. In general, hashtags work with only letters and numbers. Okay, as soon as you add a symbol or a space or another character, it ends the hashtag. And so no spaces between words. Okay, they don't work with just numbers like hashtag 2023. That doesn't work. That's just a number. So it would be like hashtag New Year's 2023 or 2023 Happy New Year. Okay, so you always have to put numbers with letters all together. Okay, keywords and phrases. So use them in promo posts before and consistently. So like, yes, social media works all together. No space between the words. So here, the only word that's hyperlinked would be social. And also you have to leave a space between hashtags. So social media without the space in front of the other one. So this would be the proper way of doing it. Social media and then space marketing, or take it out altogether and make one whole one for social media marketing. So you could create custom branded hashtags and then use them to promote events before, during, and after. So if you're presenting an event, if you're participating in an event, in a trade show or something, so use them in promo posts before the event. Then during the event, have flyers and tell attendees, what the hashtag is, so they can use it when they take pictures and videos at the event, and they're posting it to Instagram, posting it to Facebook or Twitter or wherever. And then after the event, post recap videos and pictures with that same hashtag. Okay. And then one of the things you want to do is look at what your competitors are posting and what generic topics and category hashtags they're using. Obviously, if they have a branded specific hashtag, you shouldn't use it. Even though hashtags cannot be trademark, it's not illegal to use hashtag Coca-Cola unless you're at a restaurant and you're drinking a Coca-Cola, and you absolutely love Coca-Cola. Okay, then yeah, that would be considered like user-generated content. But you can't use, like if you're Pepsi, you can't use hashtag Coca-Cola sucks. Technically you're doing it, but you're going to make some other party very angry, and you don't want to start a social media war. So just use your common sense when you're dealing with competition and competing hashtags and things like that. So let's look first on Twitter. So on Twitter, you want to put your hashtags in your bio as well as in your tweets. Okay, and Twitter has a free tool called TweetDeck, which is by Twitter for Twitter. And you can follow hashtags to see who's using it and how often. And I'll show you what this looks like. I'm going to be doing some point, I'm not sure exactly when, but I'm going to be doing a new video on the new updated TweetDeck, because right now they're transitioning from the old one to the new one. People that have used TweetDeck a lot already have the opportunity to do so. So they've added more features to TweetDeck. Right now you have a 280 character count limit on tweets. Okay, so, and that includes hashtags. So it includes whatever statement you have to make and then any hashtags you want to put in there. Now, there is a rumor going around the Twitterverse that Elon Musk is going to increase the character limit to 4,000. That's almost double that of Instagram. Okay, will there be a hashtag limit? I don't know. Like on Instagram and Facebook, you can only put in 30 hashtags. We'll talk about how many hashtags to use also. But Twitter is evolving. And so I'm probably going to do a Twitter webinar sometimes in February or March. So watch out for that. Follow me on social media, connect with me on LinkedIn, or stay on my email list. And I'm keeping tabs on all these changes. And one thing won't change is trending topics and the use of hashtags. So trending on Twitter. Okay, at any time of day, you can log on to Twitter and see what thousands of people are talking about or what's trending. Some of what trends on Twitter may seem stupid. Sometimes it's breaking news, but sometimes they give you a gift and you can ride on the trend's coattails. However, always check to see why something is trending to make sure that it's not some crisis. Watch for holidays, observance, and awareness days that trend every month. Now, I publish a list of these, usually around the 20th. So I'll probably be publishing it for before next Tuesday. So it'll go out in my Tuesday newsletter for January. So check out my website. So you'll see what I post, what I list is other observance days that are coming out and awareness days. Some are silly, some are ones that you can actually use, and besides the traditional holidays that are there. Then you've got these certain hashtags that trend each week on Twitter. So like Monday motivation, Monday morning, Tuesday thoughts, Tuesday vibe. Wednesday wisdom, Thursday thoughts, throwback Thursday. Today was Thursday vibe or vibes. See, sometimes it's vibes plural. So you've got to, and it's funny because Tuesday, it's always one vibe. It's one vibe. And then on Thursday, it's usually vibes, multiple vibes. I don't know who starts these. I don't know. I figure it has to be Australia since they're waking up first every morning and they get on Twitter and start posting all these things. And I'll show you some examples of this too. But the idea to use these is these are very generic. So you can publish different things, and I'll show you some samples. And then also, like right now, the World Cup. I mean, yesterday it was France and Morocco, and so France won. So then, and everybody was talking about it. So, and also football is okay. American football, for those of you who are not American, we call football American football, and then soccer is the world soccer, thing. So not to get confused, but right now both of them are trending. And the sports or TV shows will be trending at night, and also they're very big on the weekends too. And the idea is like other networks, their algorithm focuses on the popularity, the number of tweets using a certain hashtag or topic. Sometimes not necessarily a hashtag is trending. Sometimes it's a name. This morning was the word forgiveness. And so, I clicked on it and looked at it. And I'm like, okay, I can play with this, and then I tweeted something out that was relevant for forgiveness. So, but that's the thing. You want to always, if it's one that you're not familiar with, or you're wondering, like, why is that trending? Then, check and see why and what it is, before you go and take advantage of it to try and sell your product or service. Here's where the tool TweetDeck really comes in handy. So for instance, so what I'm showing here is, this is the one on the left is the old TweetDeck. And then the one on the right is the new TweetDeck. Okay. So I pulled these on Tuesday. So, so you can have a column that's showing what's trending. Now, what you see are trends in Twitter, things you'd be interested in based on who you follow, the types of tweets that you like, and so forth. So I have both a personal account and a business account on Twitter. So usually what I see in the personal account is different from what I see in the business account. Now, you see the one on the left is, you look at the top, it's my business account, and the one on the right is my personal account. So that's why they're different things. Now, again, the major ones are there, so what was interesting here now, Santa Chat, which is number 4 on the personal one, came in number 13 in my business account, which got cut off. So that's what's weird. By the way, it was also Dick Van Dyke's 97th birthday. So, he was trending, there. So he came in number 12 in my business account. The new TweetDeck experience is a little bit, as you can see, it's a little bit different because you'll see on one of them, you get a little bit more detail about the hashtag. And Twitter tries to do that. It tries to explain, well, why is this trending? So I will be doing a demo video on the new TweetDeck experience. So then you could see Tuesday Vibe was trending. So that was one of the generic ones with over 13,000 tweets. Okay. So, the idea is to just get in there and spin your marketing message around trending hashtags. You could create a search column on TweetDeck for your relevant hashtags and follow potential targets. So I was working a few years ago with a client that sold parenting classes online. So we were doing hashtag positive parenting. My goal was to connect with mom bloggers. So I was seeing who was posting with hashtag positive parenting. And then I would follow them. And when you follow somebody on Twitter, they look at your profile and they decide if they want to follow you back or not based on what you post. Now, again, I'll be doing my Twitter webinar. I'm waiting to see what changes Elon Musk is making on Twitter before I do the Twitter webinar. But basically on Twitter, you want to build relationships. So, not just with potential clients, but also referral sources. Now, for another client, and this was about two years before the pandemic hit. Unfortunately, the pandemic killed this client. But through Twitter, I literally tapped into local craft beer enthusiasts by searching for the hashtag craft beer hashtag, as well as hashtag Phoenix. And you can put more than one hashtag on there. So if you want to narrow it down a little bit locally, you put hashtag your location, and then you can see who's there locally, so you can get local people. You put hashtag your state. And try different ways, because hashtag AZ is going to be different than hashtag Arizona, all written out. So if you're local, play with that a little bit and see what comes up. And that's what's great about TweetDeck is you can have several columns going across with the different ones, and then you can put several hashtags together to narrow it down. So if you're only seeing like 2 or 3, then maybe take one hashtag out or try it differently. Usually it takes me about a whole month to get to the 100 followers, 100 followers. Why 100? Once you have 100 followers, you can start seeing analytics and insights about them, where they are, what time they're on, and so forth. And that's the same also for Facebook and Instagram. But with the craft beer people for this pub, I went from 0 to 100 in 2 weeks. Okay. And it was just like, and that's just it, because you're also looking for people that have interests in particular topics of your potential. That's why you need to really understand who your potential client is, so that and what they're following, who they're following, who the influencers are, who do they trust, and what hashtags they tweet for, or they post with, and that's how you start getting people going there. Okay, so yesterday, yesterday was Wednesday Wisdom. So I said, well, let's see what comes up for Wednesday Wisdom. So this was one. And so it was like words of wisdom. Okay. So they're just words of wisdom. Notice they're not selling anything. They're just putting pictures of the national park. They're Forest Service in the Northwest somewhere. So I assume that's like Oregon, Montana, or someplace. I don't know. But that's so hashtag Wednesday Wisdom. And this is really cool. So I like this one, which is a great idea for anybody in health and wellness. Okay. So just said good morning and Wednesday Wisdom again, so and the idea being that if you like this, you're going to click on this guy's profile to see what else he's posting about. And then when you see that he posted all about health and fitness, and that's what you're all about, or that's what you're interested in, you're going to follow him. Okay, so that's the idea of all this. And this is it. I don't know why I had to put this one because I had to laugh at this one. And it's true. It doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. So hashtag Wednesday Wisdom. And so, and again, that's the idea. So have fun with some of these, and but also note the engagement on this one in particular. Over 500 likes, 75 retweets, and 35 comments. So, and that engagement also helps give it more visibility too. Okay, and then on Twitter, you can also hold what's called a live chat using a hashtag. And I have an article on my website. The link is in the PDF that you'll be getting of the slides on how to do a Twitter chat. So this was actually some time ago. California almonds. Okay, so it was health and fitness. So the hashtag was almond chat, and I noticed it because I looked on Twitter and I saw, oh wow, almond chat. What's that trending? And so then. You see it, and then all of a sudden, like, wow, look at this, so it was cool. So, like somebody, like a moderator would ask the question, and then everybody would answer with it, and so people could share links on this, and and that's the idea, to engage with your followers, with your potential customers, and just do it, just have fun with it. All right, let's pop on over to Instagram. Okay, so on Instagram, users can follow hashtags. Okay, it's a little bit different with Twitter. You're doing a specific search for a hashtag, but here you're actually following the hashtag. So you will see the posts for these hashtags. So what you do is you do a search for the hashtags and see how many posts there are. And so when you see the follow button come up. So here you can follow the posts that come from the hashtags, and the more posts that you like under that hashtag, the more posts that Instagram will show you, because you notice that it says see a few top posts each week. Okay, but they'll show you more of them if you like a lot of the posts that come going through. That's how Instagram's algorithm works. And if you missed my Instagram webinar, it's in my YouTube channel, so you can check it out. I go into more detail on how their algorithm works. What's also interesting, if you're local, you'll come up. Okay, so you're going to search for hashtags, and they could be topical or your major keywords. They could also be generic, like healthy aging or get healthy. Be kind is, this was I was working with a client who was a nonprofit. So that was one of the things we wanted. You can create custom ones. See how many posts there are. Okay, unfortunately, here you can't see how many people are actually following it. But you can see how many posts there are, and discover variations of it. Okay, because that's another thing. Tap on a hashtag and you'll see the follow button. Okay, tap on location and you'll see what's local will come up. So you see that second one there, Be Kind People Project Foundation. That is a nonprofit in Paradise Valley, Arizona. So it's going to bring up by the location of my mobile device. So I pull this on my mobile device. Okay, and on Instagram, you have 30 hashtags max per post. Okay, over on LinkedIn, you can also follow hashtags, and you can also add up to 3 hashtags to your business page. So you got to do a little research here. So pick the ones that have a lot of people following them. And so do a search for hashtags that you think are relevant to your business and see which have the most people following. So sometimes it's just a word or a difference will increase your reach on your posts. Like for instance, I was looking for digital marketing. But you see, digital marketing strategy has like 5,700 followers, but digital marketing by itself has over 27 million followers. So, okay, I'm going to switch that one. Okay. So I should have content marketing there, but then social, because that one's got more than social media marketing. And SEO. So it's like and you can switch them out. You can switch them out on your business page. When you go into your LinkedIn business page, or you go into the edit section, that's where you see hashtags. So you can take them out and put in and try a different one. The idea being that you'll when someone clicks on that hashtag, your page and posts will come up. And so use these hashtags consistently in your posts, follow them yourself, analyze the types of content that appear in the top posts for inspiration, not duplication. And also I have 2 LinkedIn webinars, LinkedIn on the personal side, your personal profile, and your company profile. They're on my YouTube channel too. So there. And speaking of YouTube, which I did last week, okay, the place to put your descriptions are in your basic information on YouTube in your description. So that's where you put your hashtags in there. And then you put, you follow your name, handle, channel URL. This is in the description, and use the hashtags here. And then below this are links, and then obviously your contact information on your YouTube. And my YouTube webinar goes into more detail on how to optimize your YouTube channel. And then as in your upload defaults, this is in your settings. So you want to have a paragraph, a description there with what your channel is about. And so this is so that every time you upload a video, you don't have to rewrite this. Okay, but in the description, that's where you put your hashtags. Okay, and also in the title of the video, you can put the hashtags too. And the tags below this are your keywords. These are not hashtags. There's a difference here. Okay, so you don't want to put the hashtag sign in front of the words in the bottoms where it says tags. Yes, I know it's confusing, but so that's a difference. So you got to think of tags as just keywords by themselves, and then the hashtags are going to be, they're going to become hyperlinked in your description on all of your videos. And then obviously, as you're uploading a video, you can edit this. I push this down and put what the topic of the video, that particular video is, on the top with the relevant hashtags. You don't need to repeat hashtags. So if you've got something hashtagged in here, you don't need to hashtag it also in the top. You might want to switch them so the ones on the top have more prominence because they're first. But this really helps you get picked up by the YouTube algorithms, and they've got 3 algorithms, and I explain those in my YouTube video. So you're going to want to go check that out. Pinterest. Okay. And I did a Pinterest video last month. And the idea is Pinterest is great for anything B2C, because Pinterest users are very much in the mode of planning how they're going to spend their money. Okay. Pinterest users use it to plan, to find specific things they want or need. They're remodeling, redecorating. It's considered more a search engine rather than a social media site. So you want to put your hashtags in your bio, just like in Twitter. Remember, and this is a short bio too. It's only, like 160 characters, like on Twitter. So you want to be, specific with your major keywords. And don't use flowery language here, like better, best, those kind of words really don't mean anything to the search engine. But you're also going to want to put it in your boards and your pins. Okay. So the Pinterest boards is where you categorize your pins, and pins are pictures or videos taken from websites. So obviously, if you're an e-commerce site, you want to put everything that you're selling over to Pinterest in relevant category boards. And so you want to, in your description, you have 500 characters in board and pin descriptions. So take time to fill those out with relevant keywords as hashtags. Okay. Final thoughts. So how many are too many? How many is too many? It really doesn't matter. 30 may be too much, but only putting one or not at all won't help you. Okay, mix up generic hashtags with your custom branded ones. And then plan ahead what's going to be trending. Use a scheduler like TweetDeck or Sendable. And Sendable actually helps you add hashtags, and most of the networks will do that also. LinkedIn does that. So it says add a hashtag. So if you click on that, I'll put the pound sign in there. You start typing a word and it'll come up with different suggestions. And usually when you see that, the ones that are most popular come up first. Brainstorm and research. Okay, this is not a set science here. Okay, so it's just like, check out, do different ones. And then just try them and see which ones work, so, and again, use them consistently. Okay. Don't forget to stick them in there. If you decide you want to do it yourself on your marketing, this is my ebook. It's available on Kindle. And it's even free if you have Kindle Unlimited. And here I've got articles on hashtags, on putting a marketing plan together, on doing keyword research, on everything, so it's just to help you to put together a marketing plan, which is great. This is the perfect to do now as we're going into a new year. So you want to plan out what you're going to be doing month to month. Okay, like I said, this was going to be a short one. My gosh, I think I beat my record. So we're going to do a Q&A right now. I'm going to go on to Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn and show you how it works. So now's the time to ask questions. And I have a couple of resources too in the PDF. So, and again, if you want to do a free 15-minute phone consultation, be happy to do that with you. And okay, I got to change my screen sharing. So we're going to switch here. Book on yes, and thank you. Yes, my ebook can also be viewed on an iPad as long as you have the Kindle app on it. How do you find out what's trending at a given time? I will show you right now. So give me a second here. Let me switch my screens and there we go. Okay. Give me a moment here. Okay, share screen. We'll go into this one. And I got to move my buttons again. All these little windows. Okay. And participants and move the chats. Okay, so here we are on Twitter. Now it's going to look a little bit different in the Twitter app than it looks on the desktop. In the app, the icon is going to be the search icon in the bottom of the Twitter app. Here it's over where it says Explore, or you've got the top ones going here. Okay. And so it'll sometimes, most of the times this is right when it's something on politics, careers, digital marketing trending. We'll look at that. That's interesting. So again, this is my business one. So it's going to be different than if I was looking at this in my personal one. So when you click on Explore, you're going to see, first of all, of course, Avatar, it's coming out. And so the World Cup, so these are the big major things. Okay. I don't even want to click on major announcement. I don't know. Sometimes it's games that are coming out, a new game that's coming out, a new movie that's coming out, like that one. So then we go to trending, is everything that's trending. Okay, so this is a paid promotion, and you'll see it's promoted by Avatar, the movie. Then you'll see Ticketmaster Digital, and let's see what else we got here. Something interesting, life and career. So this is the business one. It's a little bit more boring than that. So Inland Empire is another movie that's coming out. Be careful with anything related to the pandemic, because that kind of goes berserk sometimes. But look at life and career. So let's see what this says. So major announcement. I don't know what this. So they're taking advantage of major announcement. Okay, I don't know what it has to do with anything here, but this is a perfect example of somebody using that. Okay. All right, let's get out of this political stuff. Okay, so this, and then let me show you TweetDeck. Okay, so see TweetDeck here. You can see this the same thing. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so here I have so here you can add a column, and so then one of them is trends. So here you see the same thing you see on the main Twitter one. This is the new TweetDeck experience, a TweetDeck. So it says TweetDeck preview down here. Okay, and this has an area for tools. I haven't really played with this yet, but like I said, I'll be doing a video on this. So here, you'll see what's trending, with what's going on. But what's cool here is you can see your tweets. This is your profile. So this is all of your tweets that you've done already. So, and this is good to see, so you don't redo something you just sent out. Okay, so you can alternate your tweets. So then this is a pinned tweet promoting my one of my services here. And so then these are tweets that go out, that I have automatically going out through using a third-party tool called Deliverit. And so then this is a list that I have. So I have this one of social media pros. And so this is a list of specific people that put out information on digital marketing, on social media marketing, and I'm following their tweets just to make sure I don't miss anything. And then you can do a search for a hashtag, like hashtag small business. Okay, past small business. So small business. Okay, so here you see all, and you'll see what else. Okay, so so this is obviously people that are B2B and want to reach small businesses. So this is TweetDeck. Okay, over on YouTube. Now, Twitter's the one that's really easy to see. Over on Instagram too, you have the Explore button here. So this is like Instagram's Explore button. Again, it looks different on desktop than it does in the app. Okay, so here you hit Explore. Sometimes I'm kind of hesitant. I have no idea what's going to come up. Okay, so you hit Explore here. And so here you'll see what they think that you'd be interested in. But in the search, like if I'll use Be Kind. Okay, so you see it's got over 12 million posts. Be kind to yourself, be kind to elephants, okay? Be kind to one another, be kind to all kinds. So you see all the different variations of this one, Be Kinder. Okay, so you want to play with some of these, and a trick that I do is I create a text file with with all these hashtags, so I don't have to type them out all the time, and I just copy paste. I'm on a Mac. Everything I have is Apple, so I use the notes feature. So if I'm on my desktop and then I want to use something later on Instagram on my iPad, I just copy paste, from my hashtags in my notes. And if I think of a new one, then I'll put it in there. Now, you noticed here, Be Kind has a little heart next to it. This is technically a different hashtag. As soon as you put the emoji in there, it's a different hashtag. So you might want to check that. The emoji, the little heart symbol helps it stand out, especially heart because it's red. But as you see, Be Kind without it has more posts. So when you look at this in a way, you're going to see that there's 12 million posts with this one. So it's going to be more competitive, obviously, there. So when I was working with the nonprofit, I used both of them, Be Kind with the heart and then Be Kind without the heart. And it's okay. You've got 30 hashtags. So it's not going to be it's people understand hashtags here, so that's one of the things that you want to look, and see what's there. Now, over on YouTube, there's different places to do your hashtags. So if you go up here to channel, and it's going to start. No, it's not going to start. Okay, so this is my introductory video for my channel trailer. So see, I've got all these hashtags here. Okay, so in fact, I even have small business in here too. So that's the idea. And so then when I'm going to, okay, let's go and hold this thing. Hold on. So if I go to, YouTube gets complicated so much. In so many places where you can do stuff. Okay, so you got to go to your videos content. Okay, so playlists are now moved to content page. All right, that's interesting. Okay, so here's your video. So you can go back and add hashtags to videos you already have in there. So it says, gee, I never used hashtags before. You can go in there and edit them. Okay, so this was the main one. This is my YouTube one that I did last week. So YouTube and video marketing. Okay, this was the main topics of this one. So here I had a YouTube channel, videos, algorithms, and then here's my generic description of my business along with the link here. And I also have all the links to my other social media here also. So from here up is what I added for this particular video, which is basically just a description of the webinar. And then from here down is in my defaults, and you get to the defaults over here with the settings. Okay, here is upload defaults. Okay, so again, I always leave the title area blank because that's going to change with every video. So I noticed that when I told people to put a title there, that was what showed up, and don't do it because you'll forget to change the title. You don't want to do that. Okay, so again, here's the description. So as I'm uploading a new video, I just push this down and type and put in the description of the video. And then again, these are keywords. These are not hashtags. Your hashtags are up here in the description. And here you've got 5,000 character limit here. So you could put part of the video transcript if you have a script or something like that. But and again, you want to make sure those hashtags, relevant hashtags, are in here. Okay. Let's go to LinkedIn. That's one we haven't done. Let's go over to LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is pretty cool because you can put hashtags. So hashtags. Oops. Hashtag. digital marketing strategy usually comes up a lot. Okay. So here, okay, so I'm already following it. So I have, the 5,800. So this hashtag has 5,800 followers. So I want to make sure, especially when I'm promoting, a webinar event, I have it set up on LinkedIn, that I put this hashtag in there always, and in most of my posts that I put. Now, one of the things with posting automatically, you can when using a tool like Deliverit, you can add hashtags in the premium version, which I use. So that's one of the things that you want to. You also want to, if you're going to set up automatic posting to your social media networks, you want to make sure you have 1 or 2 hashtags in there. But remember, when there's a limit, like on Twitter right now, not all hashtags are going to show, because it's limited to 280 characters right at the moment. On your business page, I'll show you where you add your hashtags. Now, again, this is like, your personal account is your white pages listing, and your business page is your yellow page listing. So here are your hashtags, show up here. So here's where you can edit them here. Wherever you are on LinkedIn, if you want to edit something, you just put it, just put it in here, and you can take it out and change the hashtag you want to. You can also add hashtags to your description. They also work there too. So when I search for the hashtag, I do a search again. So hashtag digital marketing. So what comes up, all right, here is, okay, hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so like this post came up. Okay, so you see, when you're posting to Instagram, it asks you if you want to put your information, your hashtags at the end, but you could also hashtag content around. Like he could have hashtagged Instagram.
Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe to her channel. Then, click on over to the AZ Social Media Wiz website to download the free Define Your Target Market Workbook, or schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation and review of your marketing efforts.